Tri-State sports leader. This is WGEM Sports Extra.
It was another great night for high school football in our area. Plenty of local teams shining under the bright lights tonight and gave us some highlights you won't want to miss. We begin our trip across the Tri-States tonight in Ashland, Missouri. That's where Quincy Notre Dame was looking to win their second straight game this season. Marching band making some noise before the opening kickoff between Southern Boone and Quincy Notre Dame. Raiders will rely on the ground attack early on, earning every yard on this drive. Fast forward just a little bit on the goal line. Noah Lunt powers through the defense and is able to get the 6 points on the board off the quarterback sneak. Southern Boone would answer back on offense. Both sides exchanging blows in this one, and it went back and forth all the way to the final whistle. But in the end, Quincy Notre Dame, they lose a heartbreaker 35-34 on the road. It was Camp Point's homecoming today as they welcomed in the Hornets of Brown County for a big rivalry matchup. Both schools on Highway 24 in the first quarter. Panthers looking to strike first. They give it to Drew Pavin on the outside. He puts it into second gear. Nobody's going to touch him as he flies across the goal line for the score. Camp Point wouldn't stop there. Connor Griffin doing his best Derrick Henry impression, bulldozing his way into the end zone for the easy 6 points. But here comes my pick to click once more. Drew Pavin at it again on the outside, puts his defender in the blender as he sidesteps his way into the end zone for his second touchdown of the night. You might have yourself a QMG Play of the Week nominee with that one right there, Victoria. More from the Panthers off a little misdirection. They hand it to Wyatt Schemmerhorn as he's just too quick as he pounces into the end zone. Brown County looking for some sort of life, and the defense would step up. Tanner Sitze is there to make the tackle for loss. However, that play wouldn't change the outcome of this one. Panthers roll to a 45-0 win over Brown County. What a way to end homecoming. Beautiful night for some football up in Carthage. Right out of the gates, Illini West, they'll feed Ian Betzinger at the goal line. He bounces outside and finds the back of the end zone for the first score of the ball game. Later on in this one, Chargers sticking with the rushing attack. They'll give it to Nick Johnson, who runs it up the gut for the 6 points. The blue and orange couldn't be stopped on the ground tonight. This time they give it to Jorge Espinoza, who rumbles his way across the goal line for the touchdown. Illini West would keep charging ahead. They go back to Ian Betzinger. This time they'll give it to him on the sweep. And look at him work his magic as he bounces it outside, slicing and dicing through the defense. He turns on the burners all the way in for the long touchdown run. Illini West, they wouldn't look back. They win this one 46-14 over Lewiston. How about some 8-man football action in Illinois? Bushnell Prairie City taking on Peoria Heights. BPC quarterback Taylon Love. Plenty of time to throw. The southpaw rolling out to his left and keeps it himself to pick up the first down for the Spartans. More from Love. This time up the play action, he finds Tanner Pierce for the big gain down the sidelines to help move the chains. Bushnell Prairie City has turned some heads this year, and they could be a team to watch once the postseason starts. Both them and West Prairie Southeastern have looked very sharp this season. When this one's all over with, Bushnell Prairie City wins this one 46-6. The Pittsfield Stockies were on the road tonight, taking on a really talented Maroa Forsyth team. The red and black had a hard time getting anything going against that Trojan defense. Maroa Forsyth would get things going on the ground pretty easily tonight, and they would run away with this one. They take down Pittsfield 56-0. Let's check in on some other scores. QHS, they stay hot, 63-27 over East Moline. Blue Devils rack up 555 yards of total offense. Braden Little over 292 yards in the air in the first half and finished with 352 and 6 touchdowns. Tyken Lemers had 107 yards receiving, and Aiden Byquist had 144. Jarius Rice doing his thing on the ground, 121 yards rushing. Quincy now 5-0 and 3-0 in Western Big Six play. Havana, they fall to Rushville 26-22, and Macomb, they fall to Mater Dei 38-18. Bombers are now 3-2 on the year. West Hancock, they fall to Stark County 20-8.